another type of long question regarding non-profit making organization, and I would like to tell you that the problem that we are going to solve today in this video is going to be the last problem or the last class regarding the non-profit making organization. Okay, so after this we will start our new chapter. That depends because hopefully there are some amendments in the syllabus. That means syllabus are going to be some alteration or changes. So depending on that, we will start our new chapter. But before that, I would like to remind that this is the last class regarding the non-profit making organization, and this is the last problem of non-profit making organization. I have already uploaded 2 classes of non-profit making organization. That is the long question, and short questions I have uploaded 3 to 4 videos regarding the subscription, regarding the cost of goods consumed, and regarding the treatment of specific funds and the calculation of depreciation when the rate is not given. So this type of different short problems that we have discussed in our video classes, and 2 long questions were there. And I have told you that all those short questions come in your long questions also in the part as adjustment. So in the last 2 long questions, the problem that I have uploaded recently, you must have seen that the additional information or the adjustments that are given in the long questions that are found to be the short questions that are discussed before or explained in before, that we have also solved as different type of tasks furnished to you. So today again we are going to solve such a problem or such a long question of non-profit making concern that has that type of adjustments which were discussed as the short problems of non-profit making concern. Okay, so since it is the last class or it is the last video regarding the non-profit making organization, I request you all to make a proper revision regarding the meaning, theories, difference between all sort of theory part of the terms, that may be the difference between, that may be the format of the financial statements. Read it properly. Again, if you have any doubt, please ask me, and go through the problems seriously, because soon we are going to start new chapter, and as I told you, this will be the last class regarding the non-profit making concern. Okay, so without wasting in time, let's start solving the question of non-profit making organization, that is the long question. And I told you, in this question you will find the adjustments that are solved as the short problems of the non-profit making organization. Okay, so let's start. As I told you, we are going to solve question number 21 as I have written here. Okay, I will send you the question to your group. So as we are doing in our final accounts, that is maybe that is only the adjustment part, we used to mark out the adjustment, then we used to post the items that are given in the trial balance. That we are doing here, the items given in the receipt and payment account. The only thing is that the items that are having adjustments related to the existing items of the receipt and payment account, that may be the either debit side or credit side or revenue item or capital item. While posting those items are having adjustment, they are kept in the inner column, either while posting to opening balance sheet or closing balance sheet or income and expenditure account. Not opening balance sheet, but income and expenditure account and closing balance sheet. Okay, because since they are having adjustment, they should be kept in inner column for the future adjustment, and those adjustment will be made after the posting of the items given in the trial balance in the profit making concern or receipt and payment account in the non-profit making concern is over. Okay, after posting all the items given in the question or receipt and payment account, we will move on to the adjustment. So let us read about all the additional information and adjustments that are related to the items appearing in the receipt and payment account, so that while posting those items, we will keep in the inner column only those items having the adjustment. Okay, now look at it. So the adjustment is first, as you know, the common adjustment that you find in the profit making concern, that is bad debt. Here the common adjustment that you will find in every long question, that is subscription. I hope you guys. Okay, so first of all, let us mark out the subscription part. It is having a bulk adjustment as the question says. Okay, we have to solve it very carefully. As you can know, in final account part also and in this question also, we used to find lacking of some information given in the question, because sometimes or much of the times the informations are hidden. You have to find it by your knowledge, okay, or your knowledge or concept. So first adjustment that is there for the subscription. Not three adjustments are there, but one adjustment is there, very bulk and very much treatment, that is subscription. Okay. Then there is stock of stationery. Okay, so let us mark out about the stationery. Okay. Then we have adjustment regarding building. Okay. So I hope building is not there in this payment. Now important thing to notice about here is here in the adjustment it is given that cost of building is 60,000 and it is to be depreciated by 5%. That means since building is not appearing in the receipt and payment account, that means this building may be purchased in the last year or any previous year. So it will come in the opening balance sheet as well as in the closing balance sheet. Got it? It is not there in receipt and payment account, means it is not purchased in the current accounting year. It may be purchased in the previous year or any last year or previous year. Okay. So let's start the posting of the items. Okay. So we have marked out the adjustments. Now we will start moving on to the solution to the problems. Okay. So I will send you this question in your group. So the first thing is balance brought down. As you know, this is the opening balance. Okay, and opening balance of cash or bank will go to the opening balance sheet. Okay. So before starting the solution to the problem, as you can see, the accounting year for the question that we are going to solve today is 1st April 2006 to 31st March 2007. And what I am written over here is as given in the question. Just to clear cut, just to avoid your confusion, that 31st March 2006 or 1 April 2006. As I told you, the closing balance sheet of the last year is the opening balance sheet of the current year. That's why I have taken the two date for your understanding, because in the question it is given this date. And if you take this date, there is no mistake. You can take this one or this one. There is no problem or any confusion or any mistake in taking these two dates. It is irrelevant whichever of the dates you take, because both are same. And the same thing goes with here also. The closing balance sheet of the current accounting year will be the opening balance sheet of the next accounting year. So not to get confused with this dates. Okay, so let's start. As I told you, the opening balance of cash in hand or cash at bank not given in the question, but it is written only balance brought down. So let us take it at cash in hand. Okay, and we shall post it in the opening balance sheet that is given here. And I have told you that the chronology for this type of questions are opening balance sheet, then income and expenditure, then closing balance sheet. But because of the space that we have here is I am solving this way, and we have to make some calculations in the form of work notes also. So I have left some space over there. Okay, so let's start. The opening balance will go to the opening balance sheet. As these are the current assets, we will write it having some space. Cash in hand, that is given is 6,000. Okay. Next, subscription. So subscription is a revenue item. It will go to the income and expenditure account credit side, as you know, because it is a revenue income. And students, as I told you, this is the thing that has bulk adjustment in this question. So we will keep it in the inner column. The subscription that is here is 12,660. I will tell you why I wrote this amount, since there are three items. See, the question says subscription is there, and three things are written over there, that is arrear, current and advance. The total is 13,380. Okay, as you know, we have to make adjustment of any sort of expense or income related to current year only. That's what we have studied in income and expenditure account, whether paid or not, whether received or not. We have to post it anyhow in the form of adjustment, in the form of outstanding, or in the form of accrual. Okay, so that is what the accrual basis or the mercantile basis says over this account. So now see, arrear means obviously related to past year. Okay, and current means this year. Then advance means related to next year. So since free differentiation is given for the amount of subscription received during the accounting year, we will choose the amount that is given for the current accounting year, and the rest two things will be posted in the opening or closing balance sheet depending upon their nature. Clear? Okay. So let us write the value of subscription, that is current accounting year. So I have written over there in the inner column, that is 12,660. See, if you write the total amount also, what you will going to do? You will deduct the previous year amount and you will deduct the next year amount. So this will get this amount only. So directly I wrote the value because here it is given in proper distribution form. Okay. So let's move on to other things. Remember, since here two more adjustments are given in the form of subscription, you can directly post it to the opening and closing balance sheet now or even after, that depends upon it. Okay. So since the arrear is given, means it is opening subscription due. It will go to the opening balance sheet. So subscription due. Or you can write outstanding subscription to be better. So that is 240. Then advance is 480. So advance is a liability and it will go to the closing balance sheet. Okay. Closing balance sheet liability side. We write over here. Subscription. Received in advance. That is 480 rupees. Next, profit from canteen. So this is income. We write it over here in the income side by profit from canteen. So the value is 9,000. Then general incomes. The name of the income is not given. So this is, you can call it as miscellaneous, okay, or general, whatever you can call, or sundries. So general incomes are given as 450 rupees. The next, sale of newspapers. Again it is a income. We have read it in the terms. Sale of newspapers, that is 1120. Okay. Moving on to next, is last income item that is given in the receipt and payment account. This is said, if you say, okay, so dividends. By dividends. So the value of dividends given here is 4,850. Next, moving on to the expenses part. Salaries, no adjustment is there. We write it directly to salaries. So salaries is given 12,450. Next, stationery. Stationery is having adjustment, so we will keep it into, no, we will not keep it in the inner column because we have to make a working note. So we will write it over here like not stationery. We will write to stationery consumed, to cost of stationery consumed. As you know, we have uploaded a video regarding this type of question, cost of material consumed, sports material consumed. So that is what here. Okay, so we write it afterwards. Then rent and taxes, no adjustment regarding this. You must be thinking that why I haven't left space for the adjustment of stationery consumed. We will do it in the working note itself. Okay. So then earlier is the writing about the rent and taxes, which is 3,600. Remember, the value of stationery given in the receipt and payment account payment side is the purchases. Okay, that you have to make adjustment like for calculation of cost of goods sold or cost of stationery consumed. So cost of stationery consumed is the calculation part that we have to do in the form of working note. But the stationery amount given in the receipt and payment account is the purchases of stationery. So we cannot write it over here in the inner column also. Okay. So then rent and taxes are about the telephone charges 600 to telephone charges, that is 600. Then investments. So investments are the asset made during the current year because given in the receipt and payment account, and since it is a capital payment, it will come to the closing balance sheet. Because made in the current year. Investments. So investments are of the value 7,500. Okay. Then advertisements. So advertisement is an expenses of the current year. So advertisements are 1,050. Then next, postages. So 2 postages. So postages are of the value 1,000. Then sundry expenses. Likewise, you have miscellaneous or general income. So we have sundry expenses as well. because we don't know the name of the expenses for which it is made, so they are given the name as sundry expenses. Okay, so the sundry expenses are of the value 3,500. Now the last item in the receipt payment account is closing balance of cash in hand or cash advance. We have taken cash in hand, we will write it over here also, cash in hand. This was the item in one of our problem or in one of our video we have left to post it. I think the opening one we have left to post it. Okay. So we have to post these items carefully and also properly, because lack of accuracy leads to wrong answers. Okay. So all the postings from the, so here let us be ready. Working notes. Okay, so all the postings from the receipt and payment accounts are over. So now let us move on to the adjustment part. After posting of the adjustment, we will close one by one, like opening balance sheet, then income and expenditure account, then closing balance sheet. And the most important reason or thing that we are always preparing opening balance sheet in the long portions of the non-profit making concern is why we are preparing for the calculation of capital fund, because capital fund is a liability, cannot be given in a receipt payment account. So that we have to calculate by preparing the information given in the question, that is the opening balance sheet. And upon the closure of the opening balance sheet, you will get the capital fund that you have to take to the closing balance sheet for moving on further for closing of other accounts and statements too. Okay. So since all the posting of the items are over, that is given in the receipt and payment account, now let us go to the adjustment. So in the adjustment part it says you are required to prepare an income and expenditure account and a balance sheet that we have solved here almost after making the following adjustments. Okay. So students, I think if you don't mind, we should go for this solution of the second and third adjustment first. Then we will solve the first adjustment, because the first adjustment is having bulk adjustments. So it will be better to explain you in a good manner, so that if we solve it in the last. Okay, so let us solve the adjustment number 2 and 3. It doesn't matter, I can make it solve here also. Okay, I am not a student that I should tell you the reason why I am doing this, for your better understanding. Okay, so we are solving the easier part first, then we will go to the bulk adjustment, that is subscription given in this question. And remember, this is the bulk adjustment and this is the adjustment that will clear all your concept if you have any lacking of it in the previous classes or in your previous solutions. Okay, so let us go to the adjustment number 2. So the second adjustment says the stock of stationery on 1 April 2006 means opening is 300, and on 31st March 2007, that means closing, is 540. So see, stock of stationery, stock means an asset. So the opening balance is the opening stock of stationery and the closing balance is the closing stock of stationery. These two consecutively will be taken to the opening and closing balance respectively. Okay, so let us do that. So we are solving now the second adjustment given in the question. So the opening stock of stationery will be written here. Stock of stationery. Okay, so the opening stock of stationery given in the question is 300. Okay, and the closing stock of stationery given in the, so we don't need to write closing stock because we have already mentioned the date over there. Okay, just you can write the stock of stationery. So the closing stock of stationery given in the question is 540. Now we have to make adjustment for this. Okay, so we have to calculate the cost of stationery consumed. Okay, so this is the first working note that we are doing here, calculation of stationery consumed. Okay, so what is the formula for calculation of this? Opening stock of stationery plus purchases minus closing stock of stationery. So this is the way you used to calculate. Okay, so what is the opening stock given in the question? That is 300. And purchases given in the question in the payment side in the form of stationery is 2,400. We have already solved this one, so I hope you don't get confused over this. And minus closing stock of stationery, so that is 540 that we have just posted right now. So this is the item that we have come across while posting the items in the income and expenditure account, but we did not write because it is the purchases, and we have to write over here is the cost of material consumed during the current accounting year, and the opening stock of stationery and the closing stock of stationery that we have posted here respectively. Okay, so now let us find the answer. 2,700 minus 540. So that you get it as okay. So the cost of stationery consumed is 2,160. The formula, as you can see, the opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock, as we were doing in our profit making function also. So we can write it over here directly. Okay, so 2,160. It is not a bigger adjustment, you can make it over here also, but if you do like space, you can do in the working note, and also doing it in the working note makes you a better presentation, precise presentation, and also can get you or fetch you good marks. Okay, so better to solve in the form of working notes. Since I don't have space over here, you can write it here. Refer working note 1. Okay, because this is the first working note. You can write it over here. Refer working note 1. Now, so the adjustment for this stationery is over. Now let us move to the third adjustment, that is cost of building is 60,000. As I told you, that since the value of building is not given in the receipt and payment account, it may be purchased in the previous year or any of the previous years or last year. Okay, so let us post it in the opening and closing balance sheet both. Okay. So the value of building is 60,000. And since it's the opening balance sheet, we don't have to write any value of depreciation because it was the closing balance sheet of the previous year. But in this year, we have to deduct the value of depreciation. Okay, so we will keep it in the inner column. Okay. So we write it over here, less depreciation. I advise you not to write short here. I am writing it only because to consume less time and also to avoid space. So the depreciation that is asked over here is 5% of 6,000. Okay. So the 5% of 6,000, you can write it on the bracket over here. 5% of 6,000 is 300. Sorry, 3,000. Okay. If you have any doubt, you can make a calculate over here. Okay. So the value comes here is 57,000. Clear? And as I told you, the adjustments go to two financial statements. So the value of depreciation will go to income and expenditure account because it is a revenue payment. Okay. To depreciation on building. That is 3,000. Okay. So two adjustments are over. Now let us move to our first and the bulk adjustment. Okay. So since this adjustment is discussed and we have also solved in our other videos too, so I will take your hand to erase it. So we will solve the adjustment that is given over here. And let us see if you don't require this page to solve. Let us see if that is okay, then we will move on. So the adjustment goes here is as there are 45 members each paying 300 rupees as annual subscription. Okay, 270 rupees being in arrear for 31st March 2006. So we are preparing for 31st March 2007. So 31st March 2016, it is telling about the last year. Okay, or you can take it as the opening. And it says also at the beginning of this year. Okay, little bit confusing it is given, but it is not at all confusing as I can see over here. But definitely you will find it confusing because it is given in a rotation manner, but it is very easier adjustment. Compared to the adjustments of subscription that we have solved earlier, and also that I have given you as the task in your group. Okay, so this is very easier. No need to go for the working note. You can understand it very easily. See, here it is given is there are 45 members each paying 300 rupees as annual subscription. So you have to find out the income or the annual subscription amount for the current accounting year. Then we will compare whether we have received more or whether we have received less. See, in the question in the initial it says subscription in the distinct manner, that is for the last year, that is for the next year, and that is for the current year. That means arrear is 240. Okay, arrear is 240 and current accounting year it is received is 12,660. Advance is 480. I would like to remind you again is what you write in the receipt and payment account are the actual receipts and payments that are made either by the mode of payment of cash or mode of payment of check. Okay. So the thing is, see, since it is a receipt and payment account and it follows cash basis of accounting, so definitely these are the receipt of cash. See, in one line it says 270 is the arrear for the 31st March 2006, means the beginning of the year, or for the previous year, and in the receipt and payment account it says arrear means for the previous year 240 rupees. That means the arrear was 270 rupees and received is 240. That means more 30 rupees is arrear for the past year. Got it? See, first I am clearing the confusion of the previous year. Read the second line. Here it is given is in the first adjustment 270 rupees being in arrear for 31st March 2006, means the previous year or the opening. Okay. So if 270 rupees is in the area of subscription and in the receipt and payment account in the area it says 240 rupees is received. Not said means received only because you have posted in the receipt side. Now see, if 270 rupees is the area in the opening, I hope we have written over here, we have written here 240 because I have not read the adjustment. I have told you that we are just pointing out the adjustment that is belonging to the items appearing in the receipt and payment account, but I haven't read the adjustment. But it's good. Okay. So see, 240 rupees is the area that we have seen given in the question. Now it says 270 is the area. In the adjustment it says 270 is the area. But received or in the debit side of receipt and payment account, area was 240 rupees. That means last area received is 240 rupees. And last actual area is 270 rupees. According to the adjustment, first adjustment, second line. It says 270 rupees is area in the opening or in the last year. But received is 240 rupees because given in the receipt side. Okay. So more 30 rupees is the area of last year but still not received in the current year. Got it? 240 rupees is received. Total area is 270, means more 30 rupees is not at all, you are not yet received in the current accounting year also. So more 30 rupees will be posted in the closing balance sheet also. Okay, so let us do that. So this is 270. See, since I use marker here, I erased it very nicely. Okay. So if you find this type of mistake while solving like I did here, okay, knowingly only because we haven't did the adjustment as I told you, you can write again subscription outstanding 30 rupees. The thing is we require to post it. Okay, it doesn't matter how we write. Okay, if you don't write in the unprecise manner, that's quite okay that if you post even after knowing later on. Okay, so 30 rupees is to be added. I erased it, but you can write it again. More outstanding subscription, that is 30 rupees. Okay. So that 30 rupees is not yet received in the current accounting year as well. So it will go to the current closing balance sheet or the current year balance sheet again. Okay. So outstanding subscription. Definitely, as the adjustment says, we would be having outstanding for this year also. Correct. So let us write it in the bracket 30 rupees. Because we will write it the adjustment for the current year also. If you want, you can write outstanding subscription past year 30 rupees and the adjustment that we are going to solve now, you can write it as outstanding subscription current year. But if you merge and write it at a time also, no issue, because this is 30 rupees not yet received from the past year. See, out of 270, 240 is received as given in the question. So 270 minus 240 is 30 rupees. Clear? Now moving on to the actual adjustment. So it says there are 45 members, each paying 300 rupees as annual subscription. So all the things are over after this. Okay. So it says there are 45 members, each paying 300 rupees annual subscription. So let us find out here. Working note 2. Actual annual subscription. How much? See, it does not matter how much you receive or not. You have to see how many members are there, how much they are supposed to pay. So there are 45 members and they are used to pay 300 rupees as the annual subscription. So this is what the actual income of current account in there. That doesn't matter whether we have received or not. Since it follows accrual basis, that I am talking about in the income and expenditure account. Since they follow accrual basis, we have to write whether received or not or whether paid or not in the form of accrued, outstanding, whatever it is. Okay, so 45 into 300 because it is the actual amount of annual subscription for the current accounting year 31st March 2007. So let us see how much value it comes. So the value comes is over here is 13,500. As you can see, 45 into 300 is 13,500. Okay. So see. So the current accounting year income in the form of subscription is 13,500. How much you have received for the current year as given in the question in the proper distinction, and we have written the current year value, that is 12,660. So the remaining value is outstanding for the current accounting year. That means the closing outstanding subscription or the due of subscription at the end of the year. Clear? See, this is the actual amount of subscription that is to be received because there are 45 members and each member is supposed to pay 300 rupees as the annual subscription. So the total subscription and income as the annual comes for the current accounting year is 13,500. But we have received 12,660. So how much we have to receive more? That is the outstanding. Okay, so without writing here, I will write it directly over here. Okay, so add outstanding subscription, or you can write outstanding closing subscription for more better. Okay, so the value given here is 13,500. And if you subtract the both, you will get the outstanding subscription of the current accounting year. So let us subtract it. 0, 4. Okay, so the value is 840. As you can see, it is 12,660, 13,500. If you have any doubt that how this value came, you can make it cross check also. 4, 6, 10, 1, 6, 7, 8, 15, 1, 13. So the value is 840. I hope it is not visible. I am going to write it better. Okay, so this is the closing amount of subscription that will be written in the closing balance sheet, not in the opening balance sheet. Okay, so we have left space for this. We will add it over here. 840 rupees, and in the outer column it will go 870 rupees. Here, now it's time to close the opening balance sheet first, then the closing balance sheet, then first opening balance sheet as the chronology goes, then the income and expenditure, and the surplus or deficit that you get will be taken to the closing balance sheet in the form of reduction or addition to the capital fund. Okay, so let's close first the closing balance, opening balance sheet. Okay. Okay, so let's total and see whether we are getting the capital fund that is given in the question. So as you know how we are closing the opening balance sheet to get the capital fund in the form of accounting inclusion that you are doing with profit making concerns, that is assets minus liability equals capital, but the name given it here is capital fund. And the value that we get, we will keep it in the inner column to the closing balance sheet. The value that we get it over here will be taken to the closing balance sheet, but in inner column because adjustments are about to post it there. Okay, so let's see how much we are getting. Since there is no other liabilities, so the total of the assets will be the capital fund itself because there is no external liability over here or internal liability too. Okay. So the total comes here is 66,570 I hope we got the answer. Okay, so the value of capital fund that we got over here is correct. So the total, let us put it on the both the sides, 66,570, and the capital fund is 66,570, and we write it in the bracket as you know balancing figure because we got it after calculation of the asset side of the opening balance sheet, and this value will be taken to the capital fund but inner column of closing balance sheet. The capital fund value is 66,570, and let us close the income and expenditure account and we will see whether they are getting surplus or deficit. If we get surplus, it will be added to capital fund, and if we get deficit, definitely it will be deducted from the capital fund. Okay. So I am not erasing this one. Okay, we will write it generally like that. Once you understand, you can present it as you like in your notebook. Okay. So let us see. As you can see, the income side is more than the expense side. Okay. From the expense, I can say, if you want, you can make the totaling of the both. That I am going to do also to show you how to calculate. Okay. But see, as you can see here, the total of the credit side or the income side is more than the expenditure side. Okay. So let's take the total of this both in the rough. Let us write it over here. Credit total, then debit total. Okay. So let us see how much we are getting. 5, 2, 7, 5, 1, 5, 6, 10, 11, 9. So the credit total comes from 7,920. Let's again check. 28,920. Let us see the debit total, and as you know the rule, we have to put the total of the highest side in both the sides. Okay, that is what the matching concept taught us. Okay, so the credit total comes here is 28,920, and we have checked it twice, and if again any problem arises, we have to check twice also. Okay. So that's what we are doing till now, even after solving final accounts. Okay, so let's see the debit total. 10, 6, 16. 1, 6, 16. 1, 5, 6. So the debit total comes here is from 7,360. Still we will check it again. 0, 5, 6, 7, 5, 16, 1, 5, 6, 12, 15, 19, 23, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 27. Okay, so let's see what we are getting as the surplus. So we are getting 1560. Let us check whether we are getting the answer or not. Yes, we have got the correct answer. That is 1560. Okay. So let us write it over. See, I showed you the calculation. Okay. So the surplus comes here is 1560. Okay. So this is the surplus for the current answer. Let me write this one. If you have doubt, you can make it calculation again in your rough areas. Okay. You have to write it over here to surplus carried on. Okay. Then it will be go to this here, this side, add surplus brought forward. That is 1,560. Okay, so this is the surplus. We are going to add over here. And I can click it little bigger so it will be indicated to you. Okay. So the value comes here is 68,130. Let us check again. 0, 6, 7, 13. 136, let us check whether the balance in total comes correct or not. So here it comes with 0, 3, 8, 11, 2, 4, 6. So the total comes here is 68,610. Let's check whether we are getting the answer or not. Okay, in the answer it is given 6861. That means that may be the printing mistake. So I hope we have got the answer. So the total is 68,610. The last but not the least, we have two total. The asset side, and we are to see whether we are getting the answer or not. 0, 4, 7, 11. 68. Yes, the answer is correct. The balance total of both the sides comes 68,610. As you can see, if it is visible and if it is not visible, you can make it total over here. Just you need to understand is how it is posted, and we have also solved two more problems of non-profit making concern, and I told this is the last question of the last problem of non-profit making concern. In the next class, we are going to start our new chapter. Which chapter? That will be a surprise for you. Okay, or shock I can say. Okay, depending upon the nature of the students, so I use the word shock or surprise. So this is all about today's class. Okay, in the next class we will start our new chapter. If you have any doubt regarding this, you can ask me, and I will send this question to you in your group. Please watch the video properly, and if you have any doubt regarding this, please do ask before moving to the new chapter or the next chapter. Okay, thank you.